happy Wednesday for us here in Vancouver anyway. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are at. And really excited today, Patty. We've got a course creator, but also an actual expert here when it comes to social media marketing. So really excited. This guy's been crushing it on with his membership, and excited to share sort of what he's done to do things pretty much almost all organic marketing. And to grow such an amazing membership program. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna bring you on, Nix, here on the TV.
Cool.
On the monitor. Nix, how are you, man?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm doing good.
Awesome. Yeah, mate, it's great to meet you, and great. Thanks so much for joining us. And want to say thank you and hello to everyone that's joined us on the everyone's joined us on the Facebook Live. We've had huge engagement when this post went out. So Nix, obviously, that's responsible to your 10,000 plus people you've got in your Facebook group, and I think you mentioned you've got like over 1,000 paying members in your paid course. And what blew my mind just before we went live, you've been doing this since 2017. So like it's not this growth hasn't been it's not something that's been built up over 10 years. This is like I would say almost an overnight success. I know that comes a lot of work behind that, but that's truly what an accomplishment. So you should be really proud of, mate. So Nix, tell us your story, mate. What is it you're teaching? What it is you're doing, and then let's see where we can help our fellow course creators out.
That's right.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, guys. And actually, that's very interesting with the overnight success. I'll touch on that later. But really, what I do is I teach marketing. I teach people primarily social media marketing, but because we wanted to give so much value in the program, we actually teach more than just social media marketing. And so, thinking of a rebrand somewhere down the road, but we teach marketing to people because it's one of the most in demand and highest paying opportunities, right? For freelancers and even for business owners, because they could obviously use it to grow their business faster.
That even like 10 years ago, it perhaps wasn't even like a viable, for the longest time, like even like a viable career path. But now it seems like the world of coding, the world of social media, this is fast becoming a tool, an essential tool that pretty much every person needs to learn. I mean, I know that. I think you mentioned your kid codes, doesn't he?
He wants to. Yeah, he's messing around with it for sure.
He's 8 years old. So like these generations of children are changing now, and they're going to be learning how to code, how to run amazing social campaigns. So it's becoming a critical part. So
that's right.
I was looking at your first of all, just want to say
hi to everybody on Facebook.
Quick say, wow,
this is like
amazing, amazing amount of people already. So we got Josie, hello. We got Rebecca.
Hi,
still 100% attendance, Rebecca. So thank you so much for joining us live. Michiko,
got
Boost, Sheng. We've got Josie again.
Diego.
Eileen. Diego, Eileen. We got Jason, Diane.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, because this is amazing. So if you've got any questions around social media and how Nix was able to grow his business, essentially grow his course business organically, get them into the chat, and I know we're going to be able to really get started. So Nix, like I want to talk a bit more about how you got started. What was that one thing that got you to create an online course?
What really got me to create one was because I had so many people asking for one, like honestly. So really? Funny fact was I actually didn't want to create a course. Like I was one of those people was like didn't believe in like paid courses, because I learned everything. I was self-taught. I didn't have much money, so I had to hustle and like pull pieces together on YouTube and like internet marketing forums. So I had like hustled for many years. This is why I didn't believe in it. Like every time I used to see paid courses, I was like, whatever, right? So I was I'm never gonna create one. But then as I kept growing, organically, my following grew because I was giving free lessons basically on a daily basis on my profile and my groups. People started to ask me, Nix, do you have something that's more structured? Do you have a course? Do you have a program that that can help us with this? Because your posts are fine, like it's super helpful, but like we need something. And then it hit me. I was like, yeah, actually, why was I hating on courses when it took me so long? Because I had to, I had to cheap out because I had no choice. So everything was free. It took me so long to get there. But if I had something structured, right, I would have gotten there faster. So that was the moment I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this for you guys, because like I had hundreds of people like banging on the door wanting it. So I created honestly, as cheesy as that may sound, I created it for them because they were asking for it. Like I could be fine without the program, to be honest, but like I felt like I had to do it for the people.
Awesome.
amazing.
That's great, man. That's great. So there was already a demand. So let's take a step back then. So before that demand came up, how did, you're talking about them, right? So your community. So how did you start building your community,
Okay.
Step by step?
Right. So, guys, this is especially for those who are listening. In life, we really have two choices. It's just two choices. When you see something good happening around you, when you see someone successful, you have two choices. One is you can sit there and like just think about how successful that person is, and wow, he's really cool, he's really awesome, that's great, and then do nothing. Or you're like, I want to be just like that person, and I'm gonna put in the work to get to where that person's at. So that was where I was at, because I'm just 26 years old now, and I didn't really burst into the scene until I was like 24. And at the time, when you're 24-year-old marketer, no one's really gonna listen to you, especially here in the Philippines. Like people wouldn't like think put any weight on my words because I'm not senior. I don't have the experience. Although I've been doing this since I was 16 years old, I was inexperienced, right? So I was like, I complained. I was like telling my friends, hey, you know what? I'm not getting any respect. No one cares and all that. I was just like, then do something about it. So I did. I kind of growth hacked my way into people's lives, basically. So I just kept showing up and writing all my thoughts down on Facebook, and making sure, this is actually one of the first things that I want to share, is connecting with the right people. Meaning, I see a lot of people now, because we teach the Gary Vee style, create content, but if you keep creating content but you don't have the right people consuming it, it's useless. So the first step is I connected with the right people. I just, no shame, I added people who I wanted to impress. Maybe I added influencers. I added people who, I knew that if they saw my content, they would be like, okay, this next guy is pretty legit. So I was strategic with it, and that's where I started. I connected with the right people and delivered on a daily basis in terms of content around my expertise.
Awesome, man.
Amazing.
Awesome. So connecting with the right people, I think John Ray's saying that connecting with the right people, that's a fantastic tip. So then what did you start talking about? So how did you, did you just like social media? You started talking about social media right away, or marketing, or like, how did you come to that space, like that right fit of topic and content with the audience?
Right. So when I started, as a 16-year-old, I actually started as a content writer, and then did a lot of copywriting and then a bit of SEO. Since I've been doing it for, at that time, like an 8-year stretch already, I felt like I had a lot of skill set, but that really won't fly. You can't really just make a course and say, this is the ultimate marketing course where you learn everything. It's like, that's just crazy, right? So I had to niche down, and at the time I was really more focused into social media marketing. So as much as I could, I really gave tips on how to use, how to grow followers organically. So it was a lot of social media growth hacks to start, and then sprinkled in with some marketing philosophies, some mindset, some inspirational stuff, branding stuff, and then I just didn't notice that every day for like 2 years, I almost never missed a day. At least for the first year, I just kept posting stuff that I knew about. So that's another thing. I always make it to a point that I only talk about the things that I'm good at, or at least the things that I know. So I never talk about Bitcoin or any of that stuff because I don't know anything about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone knows anything. Do you know Bitcoin?
I know you can make a lot of money, then lose a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I want to say hello to everyone on Facebook. We got a lot of people coming in here. If you guys are new to the live stream here with us at Thinkific, then type new. We just love to know that you guys are just checking us out for the first time, and let us know if you guys have any questions for Nix, for Patty, for myself. This is a time to ask. So yeah, ask away. Let us know if you guys are new, and also let us know what you guys are teaching. So if you guys are already teaching or planning to teach something online, tell us what topic, what space, what niche you guys are talking about, and what you guys want to plan to teach on. Nix, I like what you're saying there. That really just talk about what you are good at or what you know,
and what you know about.
Yeah, don't fake it, right?
Yeah,
staying in your lane is really important.
Yeah. I think for the longest time, probably not now that pretty much everything's on social. There's a big magnifying glass on everyone's lives on social now. So you can't. Longest time you could fake it until you made it, but that's not really that on a particular subject. But you can't really do that now because you are constantly going to be scrutinized either by your audience or by your competition. So yeah, like you said, you stay in lane and ensure that you do the best in what you know. So we're gonna give a quick shout out to. We've got Valerie, who's joined us from YouTube Live. Valerie from the beautiful west coast of Ireland, beautiful part of the world. I do say so myself. We've got Jeslan, we've got Philmin. Hi, everyone. Thanks ever so much for joining us. We've got Don, who's just joined us as well. Boost. Thank you so much. So, yeah, let us know if you've got any questions so far. But to go back to what you were saying, so you mentioned that you was using social media was what, and growth hacking was going to be like your niche. But how did you find that? Because you said something about you were trying to figure out the audience type. How did you figure out that audience?
Yeah, because I had to. I'm really not a fan of like super duper niching down. Like even as I do social media services, so I also have an agency. I'm not the type who's gonna say I'm just gonna serve dentists. I'm just gonna serve. I kind of want to serve a lot of different people. But so in respect to this topic, I felt like but I couldn't. But because marketing, it's not like J. Abram or like, right? I'm not the godfather of marketing. So I had to something.
We cut off. So every time it's cut. Hey, Dean. So it's cutting off slightly. So what we're gonna do once you're talking, we're gonna turn our mic off, our video off, and just to give you enough bandwidth, and so it doesn't interrupt.
Cool.
So we're talking about niching down.
Yeah. So I couldn't. I had to do it because marketing is such a very big thing, right? And since marketing is such a very big deal, I had to choose something. I had to okay, let's do social media instead, and that's kind of where I put my attention to, because social media is it's in demand and a lot of people need it, and I feel like it's being misinterpreted at times.
Cool. Yeah, 100%. It definitely doesn't perhaps get a lot of people perhaps dismiss it and say it's not really a vital part of someone's business, but in fact it's probably arguably the single most important part
these days, for sure.
100%.
Felt like people needed to be aligned with it, right? Because some people would say, oh, it's easy, it's just posting on Facebook, but there's a legit art and science behind it, and I felt like people needed it at the time.
That's
awesome. Awesome. So let's start talking about your course. So once you start building your course, how did you sort of pick and choose? Because you know so much about social media. How did you pick and choose what to teach first?
Oh, actually, I love you guys. I love Thinkific, but I actually don't like calling Social Media Academy just a course, because it was one of my unique selling points. It wasn't just a course. We made it feel like it's an actual school, and wherein you had classmates, you had groups, and it was like a full-on module, full on different subjects, right? So it literally had the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitters of the world, all these topics. And I knew I couldn't do it alone, so obviously I invited guest lecturers to speak on some of the topics. So if someone is better at me, of course, in like Pinterest, I would have someone else do the Pinterest stuff. So
Sure.
kind of like hiring professors, right? In this university. So that's how I was able to do it, where we could offer things, up front, all these different all these different topics, and it's up for the student to follow the program, the two month program, and then after that, if you want to go back to learning the chatbot stuff, the Facebook ads, the Pinterest, they could freely, they could do that because they have access to it anytime.
Awesome. If you guys are watching, I know Nix, you invited your community and your students here. So if you guys are part of Nix's community, just type Nix. I'd love to really know who's in there, and also yeah, type Nix in the comments. Let us know that you guys are part of Nix's community and his academy. Nix, so tell us a little bit about this academy that you've built. How did you sort of like start building it? Like, how did you know that you wanted to build a membership versus like a one-time payment kind of course? How did you kind of make those decisions?
Actually, thanks. I love that question, Rob, because actually it started with a one-time payment. But, coming from, Rob knows this because I've also worked in the tech startup space. And I know that if you want to grow a tech startup, which is actually, if you think about it, in different kinds of businesses, tech startups have the highest potential for growth, right? So I grew Social Media Academy thinking like it was a tech startup. I was thinking users first, right? I was thinking I needed as many users as I could. So I offered it for a one-time payment, and they get lifetime access. So the initial members, the initial 700 plus members were on the lifetime plan. And then the succeeding members are now on the yearly plan. So I didn't care because I wanted as many users as possible. I wanted first because it's going to help me improve the program, getting feedback, again, like a tech startup, right? And the second is you grow the initial base, and it's easier to grow beyond that. Because honestly, I wasn't thinking about money when I created SMA. Like, money is not the priority. It wasn't the priority. So I could take these risks. I could like offer it for whatever small fee because I didn't need it. It wasn't my full time. Like I could eat even without the course. So because of that peace of mind that money was not the main motivator, I was able to do it in a unique way. So it's now easier for me to grow it even faster.
That's
awesome.
It's really interesting how you structured that, and I think a lot of people tend to go sort of middle of the road. They'll either price their course like high enough where it's going to limit mass adoption of the product, or it's going to be it's going to be like in some cases like like a very nominal amount where people are like, well, I don't know, could I like learn this like you were saying, Nix, could you go on YouTube and learn it for free? But you've done that like just like you said, like a tech startup. You've done that. You've done the free model, or you've done like the one-off fee, and then you let people, let those select people come in first, and then go on that that yearly membership. So do you add? So how much like new content are you adding then?
We're updating.
So to justify that yearly, that yearly membership.
We're adding almost every other month. There's always new content because we open it up in batches. So in theory, we really have to have new stuff every 3 months. So that's kind of like the 2 to 3 month range. There's new content there. Like there's always going to be new content. And if we're talking about loosely talking about content such as the guest lectures, because we have guest lectures spread out over the course of the year. So if we're talking about that, then it's weekly because every time there's a new guest lecture, we upload it on the platform. So in theory, it's weekly, but formally, as in the module and the proper program flow, it's every 2 to 3 months.
Perfect. New content all the time. Nix, let's get into how you did this, just with launching this and growing it, just with Facebook organic marketing strategies. So take us through that.
Sure. Let's do it.
Everybody wants to hear today.
Yeah. I have some. I like. And by the way, for those who are listening, like, take down notes because this, like, I'm not. I told my community earlier that tune in because Some people are hiding this information in a $997 course. I'm giving this to you guys for free.
That's right.
Wow.
So that's why they're here. Yeah. So here's the step by step. Actually, wait. It says, am I still on? Yeah. So first step, it's actually 1, 2 is connecting with the right people, and the second is you can't be invisible. So I'm gonna explain what I mean by the right people. It's vague if I just say connect with the right people, right? So connecting with the right people, I mean, you use your Facebook profile. You use it because it's your only asset when you don't have a lot of marketing budget, or when you don't have an email list. So funny thing is, I had an email list, like 1,000 emails, but I didn't email them for this launch. Anyway, so connecting with the right people, how do you do that? First, you find the people who you think will get value from what you offer. So it's easy. That's easy to find. How do you do that? You go to the Facebook groups that these people are part of, and then connect with them there. Add them. Answer their questions on these Facebook groups. Answer questions. So I developed this thing called 3x3x30. So 3x3x30 means find 3 Facebook groups that your audience is hanging out. Find and answer 3 questions on that Facebook group every single day. Do that for 30 days, and you've built instant authority within a 30-day window, because you've been able to help 9 people every single day. So in 1 month, you've already helped 270 people directly, and a lot of the members of those groups are seeing your answers. So you technically multiply that again by another 5. So now you have 1,000 plus eyeballs, right, on you, seeing that you're a person of value. So do that. Connect with the right people, the right Facebook group, and add the right connections who might be interested in your offer. I did that. I added 100 to 150 people every single day on Facebook and on LinkedIn. I was just like adding them. Oh, this person could be interesting. It could be interested in what I have to say because he's a business owner or he's an influencer. Add. Some people will think you're a creep. That's okay. Just apologize and say, I'm not a creep. I just wanted to connect with you because we're like-minded. We're in the same group. Others won't mind. And that's fine, because every time you post, they're going to see that you're a good guy. They're going to see that you came in with value. I'm actually selling them anything. I even give them the privilege to be part of my Facebook friend list, because I give so much value every day. The next part is you can't be invisible. You can't be invisible. That means, guys, with the Facebook algorithm, with the Facebook organic reach pages dropping down, it's hard to stand out. So the only thing you can do to combat that, honestly, is to show up every day. Because if you post every single day on Facebook consistently, they reward you. They show that you. I call this over indexing on Facebook. And right now I'm in that kind of space where, if you check my profile, if I post even a quote, like a small quote card, it gets 400, 500 likes, a bunch of engagement, because I'm over indexing on Facebook, because I keep giving value every day. Facebook rewards me for that, right? So do that. That was exactly what I did to build up the base, right? Should I proceed to the next one, or
that's great,
guys. Amazing, mate.
Guys, if you guys are following that, if you guys are liking that, those tips there, so be consistent. 3x3x30.
Yeah.
Guys, give us a heart. I mean, that's so smart.
Value.
Yeah. Fantastic, Nix. If you guys have any questions about that first part, let us know as well. Drop it in the comments, and we'll ask Nix right here. So yeah, Nix, go into the second step.
Yeah. So yeah, the the third step this is actually very crucial. I don't see a lot of people talking about this. So make your presence felt offline. So you're making noise online, but make your presence felt offline as well. So this is what happens. So a lot of people try to, especially in my audience, I encourage them. I'm like, I don't consider anyone competition, to be honest with you. So even some of my students, I'm teaching them how to do social media marketing while I have my own social media marketing stuff, right? Agency. So I don't care about that. Like, I encourage people, come on, be an authority in this space. I empower them. But the one thing that's missing for some of these people who want to follow my footsteps is they post every day online. Cool, that's cute. But people need to see you offline as well. They need to see that you're real. They need, to see you in the flesh, because that's ultimately what's gonna make you stand out, because now you're not just someone who's pretending to be a guru, but like you're actually here in the flesh. You could speak on stage. You have some credibility going on. So speak at events. If you're not yet at that level where you can speak, pitch yourself for free. Speak at these workshops, these conferences. I did that. I sent the first ever speaking gig I got. I pitched myself in one of the biggest marketing conferences in the Philippines. They rejected me initially, and then like 3 days before the event, I got an email saying like, "Hey, Nix, are you still free? One of our speakers got sick. Do you want to stand and fill in?" And like, I'm game. I'm prepared for it. And then after that, I never had to pitch myself again, but I had to do that, that grind, because I just needed it. So make your presence felt, speak at events, attend conferences, and meet people. So even if you're not yet at the level where you can speak, still attend these conferences, that industry conferences where that these people are like-minded. These people, you could give them some value, you could get some value back. Just be part of the community, show yourself, because even if you're an introvert, that's fine, but you need to be there to be part of this, because there are still people who don't believe in digital, like people who still don't think this is real, like they need to see you in the flesh before they think, oh yeah, this guy's good. Like it's just part of the game. So make your presence felt offline as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Love
great
it, man.
tips.
Yeah.
This young man here is doing. When you were speaking all of that, this is something that this guy is doing every single day. And in fact, Rob's responsible for running a lot of our meetups here. In
I
the
set them
Vancouver
up,
office,
man. Come
and people come into the office and people get to know Rob, people get to know me, and other people within the Thinkific community. So
totally,
it's like you said, mate, it's a great way to do it. So if you're not using Meetup or Eventbrite, those types of websites, you can go in and search for the niche or the topic that you specialize in, or that you want to help people in as well, potentially. And then start, like you said, start meeting people face to face. But I like what you did about the speaking gig. You applied, and obviously it was no at the start. You then got the invitation, but you're like, I was ready. I had it all prepared. So
I'm actually gonna. I think it's Diego. He says he just chimed in here. He met you in Berlin.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know you were in Berlin. That's awesome. So yeah, you're definitely attending conferences and events, even out in Europe. So yeah, man, that's amazing. I think so, guys. Yeah, go to Meetup. There's always events everywhere. I'm sure in Manila, anywhere in the world, there's always conferences and meetups. Just show up. Show up and make those pitches. Like pitch to speak. I think it was
very underrated.
Yeah. I think it was Greg, our CEO. He told us like, hey, if anyone ever invites you to speak, then just say yes. Don't hesitate. Say yes. And then as you get closer, even if you're nervous, you're gonna have to show up, and it's gonna force you to grow, right? So, awesome.
I think the thing is, it humanizes your brand, right? Like,
right.
So especially for you guys, like putting a face to the software.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we did that meetup in Manila, so that was really fun, man. I want to say hi to everyone in the Facebook group. See, we got John here, we got Lay, we got JC, we got Josie, we got a lot of people here. So
we got John, who said he was really sleepy before this interview, but now he's so hyped and he's putting notes and
that's super cool.
Out of his head. That's amazing. And we've got Eva's just joined us. Hi, Eva.
Hey, Eva.
Hope doing well. And we've got Lee says, Leanne says, I'm an introvert, but now that I got the opportunity to work with Nix, I've done a few public speaking engagements last year and doing more this year. So, awesome. I think that says, all different types, walks of life, all different types of personalities can go out on stage. And I think like, if you know, like you were saying earlier, Nix, if you at least know what you're talking about, then you can go and talk about it,
Yeah. I love that, like, somebody just canceled and you like slipped right in. You're like, hey.
Yeah, someone got sick. Actually, the thing, I think I'll just slide this tip real quick for those who want to get into speaking gigs. You feel like you're ready, but you're not getting an opportunity. Here's a wake up call. No one's gonna give you the opportunity unless you put yourself out there. Like, so you can do it either by showing up, dominating social media, and someone might give you a call, or the faster way is, do that and then pitch yourself. So what I did was I already prepared a deck for it. I told them, here's my topic. Here's a link to the deck. I'm ready. I'm game to pitch to speak at your conference. That makes it easier for them to say yes to you because you're already prepared. They know that, oh, this person's real serious and committed. So that's the one key differentiator versus just randomly pitching your events. Hey, I want to speak at your event. That's not gonna work. But if you're super prepared, your conversion rate's gonna go up so much higher.
That's right. Yeah, totally. And these organizers, they're looking for someone to speak, right? It's not, they have a hard job as well, finding like really good quality speakers. They can talk on the topic that's engaging and all that. So if you guys make that job easy for them, then you'll get on stage. And so, yeah, even like small meetups and local meetups and stuff like that, no stage is too small. I was talking to Ricky Shetty, I think, out there in Manila, who's a mutual friend of ours. And he said his first meetup, he had like 5 people in attendance. Wow. And so now, and then I think just a couple months ago, his most recent talk, he had like 300 or 400 people. So, you got to start somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, no, that's amazing. Anybody that's new that's joining us as well on Facebook and YouTube, let us know. Just say new that, you guys are just joining us for the first time on the live stream here. Nix, let's get into step 3.
Right. Thank you. So, by the way, for those who are watching, I just have one favor from you guys. Please share this on your wall because that's why we're doing this. We want to give as much value to as many people as possible. So share it because the next strategy that I'm going to share is going to be cool. And this is different. Okay. You might have not heard of this before. And like, maybe some of you will feel like you won't feel like doing this because it's different, but trust me, this works. And I think this is one of the biggest reasons why I was able to grow a following and, why I'm basically here right now. So the third, let's just call it the third step, is surprise your audience. You have to surprise your audience with insane value, but let me be more specific. People say give value, that's a given, but surprise your audience, meaning throw curveballs at them, throw them things that they don't expect. Here's a concrete example of that. My website does not have a single email opt-in area. Like, you can't subscribe to it. What I did was, because people wanted to hear from me, I would occasionally once or twice every 3 months, I would say, who wants to be part of my VIP list, because I'm giving this stuff for free. And they know that there's no way to get into my list. And they know that when I say VIP list, it's real because not everyone can get in it, right? And if every time I post that link, it gets like so many engagement, then I would delete it after 24 hours. Or if you want to receive this, there's no link. Literally, there's no link. So that's one of the surprises or curveballs that I throw is most marketers, they ask you for an email opt-in. They ask you for your chatbot opt-in. They ask you for your name, your company name, the name of your cat or your dog, right? They ask all these things, and then they send you the report, right? They're like, and then I know that every single person is already used to that stuff. So I did it differently. I made it impossible to opt in, and I don't ask for anything. So you want that 40-page growth hack report? Here it is. Here it is right here on my Facebook profile. It's all for you. So people don't expect that. And like for them, they feel like, wow, so you're really giving this to me for free there's no catch at all. And they don't expect that because every marketer is asking for an email and you're not. So that's what I mean by surprising your audience. Do things that are not the norm. If everyone's saying do this, maybe try to do something a little bit different, and you'll be surprised with the results. So I used to teach, like full on courses that anyone could charge $1,000 for free. I would like invite people for a free event and then just lay the smack down of like an exact strategy, and they come away, they go home, they can't stop talking about it. So you have to invest on your brand like it's a business that's not just focused on profit, but a business that actually cares about the people first, because the people, they are the best and your best investment. So take care of them, give them, surprise them, delight them, and you'll be rewarded. So that's the strategy. Surprise.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So do the opposite of what everyone else is doing, basically. Right, yeah. That's amazing. Actually, it reminds me of this course creator. If you go to his website, if you go to his Thinkific site, he's making like 6 figures on his course. But if you go to his site, there's like, it's all free courses because all the upsells are behind after you take his free course.
Is that the guitar guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Got a guitar player. He teaches all how to play the guitar completely for free.
Yeah.
And then I think in like his hidden courses, he's got like a like a one-on-one session, which obviously you pay for, which I think is great.
Yeah. But I love that idea, man. There is no opt-in on your website. You just got to connect with you on social, and then that's where you give them, value first, and then you have to ask later to join.
Right, yeah. I worry about the email stuff later. Actually, I have to do a better job at emailing my list.
I was just gonna say, I think that's one of those things, right? You have to, like, if you're gonna get emails, you've got to like commit to like engaging with people and communicating with them, because you can't just get the emails and not do anything with them, because by the time you end up doing something with them, then it's like, well, everyone's gonna be like, well, who is this guy? Who is this gal?
Yeah, exactly. I want to answer a really quick question from John Ray. He's asking, I think I mentioned a Greg. So Greg, our CEO, no, it's Greg Smith is our CEO. So he's the one that gave us that tip to, like, if anyone ever asks you to speak or do a podcast or jump on a Facebook Live, just say yes and figure it out later, right? Figure out your content, and, it'll force you to step outside of your comfort zone. There's a good comment here from Chris. Chris De La Cruz, he said, I started doing free trainings and keynotes 10 years ago. A few months after that, I started my own company. I'm now teaching public speaking. You got to start somewhere. Enero is saying that Nix, I'm watching. Jin is saying, Nix, this guy is a diamond people person of all seasons. So you're getting a lot of love here on the Facebook Live.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. And on YouTube as well, Atlas had asked, what your website is. So Nix, maybe there's a different website, but I actually just dropped in your Thinkific site. So sma.socialmediamanager.ph. If there's another site, let me know and we can drop it in there.
You could go to my blog as well. It's nixeniego.com. And that's the website with no opt-in, because it's actually hosted on Medium. So I was one of those people who had like the domain being on Medium, but I'm moving away from that.
No, Medium's great. It's all good. Awesome, man. Cool. Fourth tip.
Okay, let's see if I have a fourth. Oh, okay. So so actually, so there's two other things. So one is the how do you can actually sell it, but the other one is like another tip for your brand, right? So I touched on the 3x3x30 strategy on the Facebook group, but here's another thing that you have to consider. People actually one of the reason why I tell people to actually answer questions first before being almighty and like dropping value bombs on groups is because people won't respect you unless some people will feel like, who's this guy? It feels like you're coming from a place that you're bragging, not really helping. But so that's one of the mistakes I see a lot of people do. So they find the group that they want to share and give value to, and then they just keep bombing the group. But you have to start first answer questions first. It's a more humble, it shows more of your humility, and then slowly share here and there. Anyway, so since we're talking about Facebook organic, one of the things that you can do to increase more how more people can see your posts on your profile is by engaging with people on Messenger. So if you're engaging with people on Facebook Messenger, for example, if I message Patty right now and I message Rob right now, there's a very, 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 very big chance that they will be seeing my posts for the next 5 days, right? Because Facebook sees that as us having this kind of connection, this relationship, this friendship, and they assume that you want to see more of my stuff. So that's why when you add these people, when you connect with the right people, actually try to start a conversation with them as well. So talk to them, ask about them before you. So one big mistake people do when they connect with someone, they like, hi, my name is blah, blah. I do social media marketing, blah, 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 blah. I can help your business. Like get out of here with that, right? Ask, build relationships. Don't go in for the kill immediately. If you're thinking long game, of course, there's a time and place to sell. Don't get me wrong. There's time and place to sell. But if you want to build up, your profile and get as many people as possible to consume your content, you have to put in the work in terms of building the relationships and engaging with them on Messenger and on groups, because then it makes your holistic Facebook organic marketing strategy even better.
Interesting.
Awesome. I love that.
Didn't
tip.
know that actually.
Yeah. That is, Facebook's algorithm. They value that now you have a connection because you're actually having a conversation even within Messenger. So if that's new to you guys are listening, give Nick some hearts and some likes there. That's a great tip. That's a great tip. So really, you got to put the work in, Nick. So, you know, what I'm hearing from you is that this happened really quickly for you in the last year or so with the Academy, but it was a lot of work in that,
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, it was sorry. So it was I'm just gonna go back to this because Patty shared earlier. Like it looked like an overnight success, but actually, it could look like that some people. But my very first time that I decided to post, and share to the world was February 2016 or March 2016. My first post had 1 like. Like I gave so much value, had 1 like, and the 1 like was from my girlfriend. Like no one cared. No one cared about me, right? So it took me. I had to build this. Like you can't get to where you want to be if you're impatient and if you think that the world owes you a favor. You have to work hard to get there. So before I started sharing in 2016. I had to put in the work many years since I was 16 years old, since 2008, right? Like that. I had to silently work in my basement, right? Just lying down in the bed, writing 500-word articles every single day, 10 to 20 articles every single day, learning and implementing before I even shared, So it really takes time. So just so that people don't get discouraged, okay? Because these strategies I'm sharing with you, they work, they're effective, but don't expect a miracle in day 5 or day 12. Do it for a month, do it for 3, do it for 6, and then maybe in the 7th month, 8th month, you'll be surprised. Like, whoa! Every time I used to post before, I was getting 4 likes. Now I'm getting like to 100, like 97, 150. A lot of comments, a lot of inquiries. So yeah, I just have to do it on a consistent basis, high level, almost every single day.
That's amazing.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Awesome, man. People are just loving it, man. They're like, hey, give us make it 5 tips. So
one more tip.
One more tip.
One more tip.
Yeah. So that's John. John says, make it 5. Chris says, building rapport and establishing credibility first. Awesome. Great tip on the messenger and algorithm thing. So that's amazing. 100%. I'm going to put you on the spot, man, and just ask you, like, what is trending? What are you seeing? What's a strategy out there that you're seeing for 2019 when it comes to Facebook organic? That people are, not using, but you're seeing that it's probably going to be a really good move to start doing.
Well, honestly, 2019 is going to be the year of Facebook groups, really. So ads are getting more and more expensive. And people are going to have to find other ways to reach their audience. If your brand, whether you're an influencer or your company brand, you're going to have to think of different ways to get to your ideal audience. And a big part of that will be the community, building a community around that brand, right? So I always say, if you want to build a Facebook group or a Facebook community, it has to be around the industry or about the industry, not about yourself. Like, it would be crazy if I made a page, a group like Nix Eniego Fans Club. That would be crazy. Like, the engagement there wouldn't be super good because like it's super self-serving, right? Or if I'm selling diapers, or like can't be the diaper ink or whatever. But if you talk about the industry, if you create like a group, for example, if you're a financial advocate, right? You create a group about financial literacy instead and like educate people there. That's the future. That is what's gonna help you stay afloat or even crush it in your brand, because you're gonna have a loyal group. You guys have read the book Seth Godin, right? Tribes, like people, and the 1000 True Fan Theory by Kevin Kelly. It's like people have want to be part of something special. These communities where they can get value and give value as well. So it has to be two-way street. So the 2019 for me is Facebook groups. It's communities. Building communities is the key, and it's the future. Because some people might say Facebook Live, that's true. Video content, that's true. But hey, how about take those videos and those lives, do it inside a group, double whammy, right? You hit two birds with one stone.
That's right. That's right. Awesome, man. Yeah, you know, we're big fans of Facebook groups. We've got our Facebook group as well with Thinkific, and just amazing groups out there. That's great, man. That's a great tip. If you guys have groups, I'm really curious who has a group for their business, for their course, for their brand. Let us know in the comments. Feel free to even drop a link to your group.
Yeah.
If you guys have one, share that. We'd love to see what you guys are doing. That's amazing.
Well, great advice. This has really been an amazing Facebook Live. Like we've like had the opportunity to meet amazing entrepreneurs, but Nix, I really think you've might have taken the gold medal here in terms of value, mate.
Totally, man.
People are asking. I'm just looking at the comments right now. So people are asking for the fifth. People are asking for a fifth tip, right?
Fifth tip, but I think we covered it with Facebook group.
But I have one thing to share. Just
one more thing. Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do it.
Gotta give the people what they want. Just one last thing. So if you're thinking of maybe starting your own program or your own info product, your own course, something like that, an online product, here's the number one thing, because people always get stuck with this, right? Do I sell? What should I sell? Do I do it right now? Do I have enough authority? Like whatever, right? So here's my advice, and this is exactly what I did. Sell before you even create that thing that you want to sell. Sell it. Before you have that ebook or that book, if you want to be an author, sell it. Because the moment that someone just create a curriculum or, hey guys, here's how it's going to look like, who's interested in this, because the moment that someone pays you and that money goes into your PayPal or to your, for the Filipinos watching, to your BDO account that goes to your bank deposit, right? The moment it's there, you now have a mandate. You now have this responsibility to deliver. And guys, that's what's going to make you actually get up on your butt and actually create the program. You do your best because now someone paid you for it. It's not make believe anymore. So how you could pull that off is start charging now and say, this will be ready in a month. This will be ready in 25 days. And then work your face off in those 25 days to actually make sure that you have a product. So that's what I did. Social Media Academy, I sold it with nothing. There was nothing. There was this curriculum, and then we sold 150 literally in a day. And I'm like, okay, this is real. Like 150 people paid me this amount of money, which is a big amount if you add them all up. And I'm like, okay, I have to do this. Bye, guys. I'm not sure. Bye, guys. We're going to start shooting videos. So, yeah, do that. I know a lot because I know Rob and Patty, like a lot of these people watching, maybe some of them want to start something, but they're just like, not sure. Do I do this now? Like maybe for those people who, you know, if you were in school before, you had work where there was like a match or like a fire lit up under you and you're like, there's some pressure, you perform better. So if you're that kind of person, sell it. Just create an outline, who someone interested, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people pay, do it, create it, and then market it later on. So that will get you moving and actually start and build your dream, right? Versus procrastinating about it. That's the 5th tip.
Yes. Awesome, man. That's a fantastic 5th tip. Fantastic way to end this interview. I think we need to get you on again for like 5 or 10 more tips another day.
It's not gonna end.
Guys, if you guys found this really valuable, let us know. Drop Nix, say Nix again in the comments. We'd love that, you know, just to show Nix some love, and definitely share this out as well. Like Nix said, you know, this whole, you know, live stream is really to, you know, provide value for everyone out there that's trying to, you know, build a business online, create courses. So share this on your timelines and tag people that should see this and watch this and learn from Nix. So yeah, that'd be really fantastic. I want to say just thanks to everyone, John and Cresta, Chris, everybody, and you know, also on YouTube Live we got
Atlas, Jeslan, Casey. We've got lots of other people. Wow, like it's been an amazing amount of engagement today. Valerie as well, Phil. Let's see, let's keep going back through it. And looks like your Facebook profile has also joined.
We got Nix. Eva, Dominic, Al, Maisel, Don. So many people.
That's great.
Nix,
thank you so much.
Nix, where can people find you? Where can people connect with you? And where is it, like, legendary Facebook page that, you know, they can get value from all the time?
Yes, it's very easy to find me. Actually, you might just struggle to spell my name, so if we could spell that out. So just find me on Facebook. It's Nix Eniego. So Nix space Eniego. Just
Yep.
add me on Facebook or try to like my page if it's I sometimes my friend list gets full. Follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna be dropping a YouTube channel soon and a podcast super soon.
Nice.
Coming out in the next 30 days, so you can get more of that. And if for those who want to get something like out of this, like something more further learning, I have a free program. So I'm not gonna sell you the paid one, just the free one. Go to bit.ly/smmday home, smmday DAYHOME, and you can sign up for the free program. I created that for people who couldn't afford Social Media Academy, because I know there are people who just want to get a good grasp of how to start, and then sometimes they enroll in the paid, sometimes they don't, and it's fine. Actually, again, this is another strategy that I use, surprising the audience. I didn't create a free group as a lead magnet to sign up for the paid. The paid came out first. I just had to create the free one for those who couldn't afford the paid program. So go to that link, add me up on Facebook, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. I would love to connect with you, would love to swap ideas. And if there's any way that I can help you at all, I'm always open for a quick chat.
Amazing.
Awesome. Nix, thank you so much, man. I think we'll share all your links.
Sure.
Let us know when the YouTube channel drops and the podcast drops as well. We'll share all the links there in the comments. Everybody's saying thanks. They're super excited about the YouTube channel and everything. So awesome. Nix, thank you so much, man. Get some rest. I know it's like past midnight there now.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thanks for everything. And guys on Facebook and YouTube, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. A real pleasure. And let us know if you've got any other questions for Nix in the comments on the replay.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys later.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.